just a wonderful legacy of creating kids content and creating some of the best kids content there has ever been. So I was a Nick kid growing up. I loved Angry Beavers and all those shows that were in.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for inviting me back.
of course, of course. It's such a great like series, like especially not just for girls. I think it's for all the kids in general. So I think it's really really cool. Now we're gonna have season two on be released on DVD. What was like what you can expect of these episodes this time around?
So in season two, we have 40 brand new episodes that really follow our main core trio. So we have Draculaura, Claudine, and Frankie as they start a new semester at Monster High. One of the great things about this season is we have a very special spring break trip that they go to the Scare-adise Resort, which is one of my favorite series of episodes where they're exploring this kind of spooky Bermuda Triangle resort. And we also have our Monster Fest special, which is our kind of Halloween special where the kids are celebrating this monster holiday and things start going sort of mysteriously awry. So I think there's so much to love in this season. We get some episodes with Deuce and Manny and a couple of the other characters that haven't had much of the spotlight before that they're really getting to shine in this season.
And for this season, what was like the themes and topics that you guys decide to touch upon, like different from season one?
Yeah, with this season, as with all of our Monster High stories, our biggest thing that we're always trying to continue to promote is inclusivity. So it's really about, seeing the diversity among our monsters and embracing that diversity and letting all of our kids at home see themselves represented in different characters on screen. So whether that is Twyla, who is autistic, or our characters like Frankie or Claudine, these characters who have these complex identities that they're sharing in the series. We really want kids to reflect on that and be able to connect with those identities.
Same. And do you have like a favorite episode on this season?
I have to say my answer is a bit of a cheat because my favorite episode is the 4-episode Monster Fest special. So I think why I really love those episodes is because we get to explore so many of the different relationship dynamics that we see with the characters. We have Frankie and Cleo, we have Heath and his dad Hades, who have a very complex relationship that hasn't always been great, and they're learning through this episode how to kind of better their relationship. And not only do we have that, we have one of my favorite songs from the entire series that we end with in this episode. We have some really great guest stars in this episode. I just think it brings together so many of the things that make Monster High special in this 44-minute special.
Yes, and also like it's this partnership with Nickelodeon. It's been quite some time for you. What was like the most reward part to be partnership with them to create this amazing animation, especially Monster High?
Nickelodeon obviously has such just a wonderful legacy of creating kids content and creating some of the best kids content there has ever been. So I was a Nick kid growing up. I loved Angry Beavers and all those shows that were in the Nicktoons back then. It was really a special opportunity to be able to work with Nickelodeon. And the Nick execs that we worked with have been so great along the way and really supportive of everything that we set out to do with this content. So it's just been a special experience, a dream come true.
That's amazing. And aside from Monster High, any other project that you're working right now that you can talk about? Anything that you can mention to us?
Sure. So I worked on a project called Mermicorno's Starfall that I was the executive producer on that just came out on Max. But, really excited as well to see Monster High season 2 out on DVD right now. So
Yeah, that's amazing. And like Monster High is on DVD, and like sometimes you have challenges creating the series. What was like your biggest challenge, if you have
That is
any?
that
Sometimes
is a hard question. Um, I think there are always challenges intrinsic in taking something that was a different existing property before and rebooting it and kind of understanding how we bring that DNA. And not only was it an existing property, there was some content there before, and figuring out how we go from these shorts into 11-minute episodes that is going to be 90 episodes that are 11 minutes each, and really expanding that content. So there's always, challenges as you go through the development process and figuring out exactly what this reboot is, exactly who the characters are. But that's part of why I love it, is those moments where you really get to be creative.
Yeah, and if you, uh, I don't think we have season 3 already, but if you
Yeah.
have it, where do we want to take those characters? Where those characters should go if you have a season 3, in your opinion?
I mean, there's so much that we could do with season 3. I don't want to throw anything out there that the fans are going to incorrectly glom onto. So I don't want to like actually put anything out there. But I have so many ideas of where we could go with season 3 if there was a season 3.
Yeah, and if you have to give an advice to young kids that want to pursue a career in this business as a writer or a producer, any advice, if what do you say to them?
My advice may not be the most popular with some parents, but it's watch a whole lot of TV. That's really, I think, if you are looking to pursue a career in animation from any side, really getting into the content, watching as much as you can, watching different genres, starting to kind of analyze the things as you watch them is the best thing that you can do for that.
Yeah, yeah. I have my son now, he's 14. When he was little, we tried to hold him to watch a lot of like TV, and then he gets older. We noticed that he has the interest to watch it
Hmm.
and to create stories and to draw stuff. So I think I'm not as mad as other parents would be, but I think it's a great advice because they can, see the different storyboards and different animations, and you know what I mean, and amazing.
Yeah, and now it's so easy to find online, different tutorials of how the process works, and really get into just every step of the way, how things are done and what appeals to you. If, as an artist, there's so many different avenues that you can go into animation, from, character design or actually being an animator. So there's a lot of different ways to pursue those goals. And I think just starting to get into it and find the people online who are doing those tutorials and showing the behind the scenes process is really great.
Yeah, and I think right now that with all these streaming services and even movie theaters, we have so much places to
Hmm.
show our art, our your work as an animator, as a producer, and I think it's such an amazing time for all the for everybody that is growing in this business. It's amazing. So
Yeah,
Shia,
absolutely.
I want to thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to see you again. Cannot wait for your next projects, and we are here rooting for so you can get season 3 soon.
Thank you so much. It's been
Thank you.
great to talk to you.
Bye bye. If you like to support or continue to support Jana on Camera, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.